You never said anything.
Sorry.
Apparently the show has started.
Here it is.
Welcome to Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer and Melissa Belzer.
Hello.
Well, I know this semi wanted to pass this other semi at 1 mile per hour faster. And so I was waiting for him to dart in front of me. So that's why I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silly.
Next stop, or the next town we're going to be closing in on is Winslow, Arizona.
Okay.
So I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
That's what I hear.
Such a fine sight to see.
That's funny. I feel like
There's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me.
I don't listen to this song enough to know it.
So come on, baby. Come on, baby.
That's funny. Are we going to continue on this funny conversation topics, or are we going to jump to games?
No.
Okay.
No, we're gonna keep in order to an extent. So what's the next one?
Okay, so times you laugh the hardest.
Oh, well, let's start with the time my grandma laughed the hardest.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that was the best.
Story.
So my grandma asked what we were going to name our third son. So what we had is we had act names. So we had Zachary
Back up.
Zachary Riley Belzer. That's the oldest. And so he was Zach.
Yeah.
And then we had Alexander McGuire Belzer, so that was Mac. So she knew that we had Zach and Mac. And I said, so we're going to keep the same theme. So the next one's going to be named Clickity Clack.
Oh man, she laughed so hard. That was so funny. She thought that was the most hilarious thing.
She laughed so hard
so
she
good.
bounced herself, 90-some-year-old
Slipped
grandma,
off the chair.
bounced herself off the couch.
So she didn't get hurt. No worries. It was just really. She just laughed so hard for a long time on that one. It was great.
So I've laughed myself to tears and stuff before. I've done it quite a few times. I don't even remember what happened the other day. I was crying, and it was actually something Mel said, and I don't know what it was.
What?
Yeah, I think what it was is that I created the joke, and he played along with the joke.
Oh, all
and
right.
then I got stuck in my own humor loop.
Of course.
And I was literally crying and laughing and pounding the chair, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. But I laugh all the time. So, do you have one?
Yes. Well, yeah. It wasn't. Well, gosh. See, I keep thinking it's talking about childhood. I'm stuck in childhood, so I'm like, I've laughed plenty of times hilariously with you. Just one that comes at the top of my head, and there are plenty. Okay, there's two. There's one where we're playing, my sister and I are playing Scrabble. I don't remember who the other person was. But we were just spelling out things, and we were running out of time, and, you know, she had to put, my sister's like, it's her turn to play her tiles. She's like, I got it. Because there's one of the words on the board was weapons. Or maybe it was weapon. I think it was weapon. So she puts up 4 letters. She puts up F, E, E in front of it, and S at the back. I'm like, what is that? And she goes, fee weapons. We were laughing. She meant it to be funny. She knew it wasn't right, but we were just like, it was at the closing the end of the game. There was just nowhere to play. Maybe it was with you. Maybe it's in the same time frame. Maybe it was with you, because this was the yappy time too. So we just were laughing. It was so hilarious, because it was like, okay, so then now, like, we've adopted that as an acceptable word should that pop up in a Scrabble game, and if you can put fee weapons or add to it or whatever, bonus points. And then another time, we're playing games. It probably was the same time. This probably was with you. Maybe you were the third person. And then we were at our house watching the dog. This dog my parents had. His official name was Beethoven, because he was whatever, purebred. They have to have a fancy name for the registry, but then he never got called that, because we just called him Yappy, because he barked all the stinking time. All the time. The wind would blow and he would bark. So we're over there because we're dog watching and we're just hanging out. and we're playing games, and the dog's barking. So we're like, all right, he kept us up like so much of the night. We're like, all right, we're gonna keep you up. Don't worry, we weren't being. I mean, people were like, that's terrible. Yeah, well, wait. So we just like, he would not have to sleep. Like, oh yeah, be good boy. We would just pet him, so he just couldn't sleep because we're like, we need this dog.
Wake up. He'd literally be standing there, and he'd fall asleep standing up because we're like, hey, you kept us up all night. You're staying up all day.
We have to fix this dog's schedule. This is ridiculous. Because otherwise he was up all night barking at the wind blowing and then sleeping all during the day. So we're like, no, we're going to fix this dog's schedule. So it was just funny at one point because the dog's drooping his head. We're like, Yappy, wake up, good boy. So we were like spraying with water, doing anything terrible to him. And I know you think it's terrible, but really, honestly, seriously, very little sleep. We had headaches from the lack of sleep. It was just horrible. Well, we fixed his schedule from then on, so whatever. But the dog, he just would droop. He's trying to go to sleep. And we were like, nope. You know, we were young. And this dog seriously barked at everything. So those are two that I can think of off the top of my head. Weirdest dream you ever had? You have lots of weird dreams. I don't know if I can think of any right now, but you have lots of strange dreams. Lots and lots and lots of them.
I do, but I'm trying to remember what I told you.
I know, I don't know. It's hard to remember all of them. Maybe it's something we can come back to. I'll put a star at it. Maybe it'll come to you.
I mean, I've had so many weird ones over the years. I mean, I had a frustrating one the other day.
Yeah.
It was tense when I woke up. I had a dream where we were just chasing Frankenstein around the furnace. I mean, I have weird dreams.
That's funny. I have a lot of terrible, stressful dreams. I don't know what that means, but I just do.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it. Because I usually just tell you when they happen. I know that there was one day I woke up and I was mad at you. Because
of this dream. I didn't do.
Yeah.
In the dream I did.
Yeah.
That's funny. Isn't that funny? Because you feel actually mad because you think it's happened and you gotta wait a minute and go, okay, that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
That's funny. Celebrity impressions. I don't think I can do it. I'd like to be able to.
No, but we all thought we could growing up. Like, I'm a wild and crazy guy. You're doing Steve Martin.
Which now you shaved your head. Now you could do it a little better if you get that little bit longer hair where it's Steve Martin, more Steve Martin-esque. Then it's a little closer. It's pretty good. I don't know. Oh, I did used to try to do Howie Mandel's Bobby. Nobody probably knows what that is, but he would do this impression of this little kid. So he'd be like, "Ow!" And so I would walk around doing that for a long time.
We grew up during the greatest era of comedians. They had zero filter. Like, we had Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh gosh, that guy was so.
It was all like he had
much.
dirty nursery rhymes.
Yeah, his were terrible.
We had Steve Martin, obviously.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Oh, Eddie Murphy's hilarious because like he was on stage and he goes, "Man, it's hot up here," and some girl in the audience goes, "Take it off." And then this other guy out of the audience goes, "Shut up, bitch." And it's like, it sounds horrible.
Didn't he?
He did laugh.
He did. He was like laughing on stage, like, oh my gosh.
But it was during one of his performances. It was just hilarious. We had Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison was great. Richard Pryor. and none of them were like filtered. I mean, like they were like in your
hardcore
face. So people are like, why is our generation, why are the Gen Xers like we are? Well, look at who our comedians were.
We had some hardcore
comedians
ones.
were great. So yeah, growing up, we would impersonate all the stuff like Eddie Murphy's "Wee-oo, wee-oo, pallava, pallava."
Yeah, from his,
yeah. And then we had Jim Carrey. "Never fear, Handyman is here."
Oh my gosh, Jim Carrey is just so good.
Yeah, we had all the greats. So yeah, most of our childhood would have been, or younger years would have been spent just impersonating the comedians. And then obviously we had George Carlin too.
Ugh.
Which I won't say it, but I memorized his dirty football cheer.
Was it a football cheer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cheerleader.
Oh, okay. That's a good. Look it up. George Carlin's cheerleader cheer.
Yeah.
George Carlin's cheer. Google it. It's hilarious.
And I know it. I'm
I know.
saying it in my
I
brain
think
right now.
I think. I don't know if I know the whole. Maybe I do if I think about it. I probably know almost all of it, if nothing else.
Yeah,
But yeah, Google it.
We'll leave it to them to look it up. But you can find the skit. I think it was George Carlin on campus.
Maybe.
I think it was that one. Where he did it.
If you're our age and you thought if you know who George Carlin is, you think he's funny, just remind yourself. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
We thought it was funny.
Absolutely brilliant on a lot of insights. Clueless on religious matters, but he was brilliant on a lot of things.
Well,
And to this day, it's like a lot of stuff that he said, we're like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Is it really almost 12 minutes on there? Holy
we
cow.
talk so much.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of a podcast.
I mean,
is to
we've
talk.
only gotten through this much.
Okay,
Not doing so great.
let's do one more.
Okay.
on there.
You want me to pick the next one or just
Yes,
pick a
just
different
the
one?
very next
Okay. Ridiculous things you used to believe as a child. Put your seatbelt on, folks.
Okay, we need to save that one for.
Okay,
we
well, that's
need a
what I
longer,
asked. Okay,
we
so
need a longer,
circle that one.
Longer for that one.
Okay, we'll come back to that one. Funny family traditions. We can finish on that one.
Funny family traditions.
Maybe. Or I'll skip it. Oh.
No, but it's just some other people can play too. Wild horses out there. We have wild horses throughout
cool.
Arizona.
Oh, that's so cool.
Let's see. Funny family traditions. I mean, I don't know. We had a lot of pretty normal ones. I mean, like the family was all pretty conservative.
Normal too.
Normal. Maybe it's just normal to us. I mean, like.
We didn't do like silly sweaters at Christmas or anything fun
We didn't
like
do any of
that. I don't think we had any funny traditions. I think they were just
No, we
traditions.
have family traditions. We could talk about family traditions at another time. But yeah, maybe if some of you got funny family traditions, you can talk to each other about it. All right, let's wrap it up there because I can't think of any.
Okay.
We're going to leave it to them, the audience, to figure out.
Okay.
All right, so that's a wrap. If you like the show, like, share, leave feedback, comments, reviews, all that fun stuff, and subscribe. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.